From the Wolf Island Ferry, looking back towards downtown Kingston, we're here for this year's Tim Hortons Brier.
There's really no championship quite like this event.
Northern Ontario are your champions.
It really is a piece of Canadian, and it's an honor to be part of it.
And it is 2 for Guzu.
You know, it never gets old. It's always special to win the Brier.
4 championships, Kevin Cowie. For over 90 years, the country's curling elite have gathered for a competition like no other. Memorable games, legendary champions. This year, many in the field will be aiming for their very first Brier title, trying to experience a feeling they will never forget.
The Brier means everything.
On a chilly but blue sky kind of day here in Kingston, people making their way into the Leon Center for this opening draw of the Brier. Last night we had the wild card game to fill out the field of 16. Mike McEwen against Glenn Howard, and in the 10th, McEwen had really been quiet up until this point with just one deuce. Oh boy, he makes that cross ice raise takeout, and then he has this for the win. Makes no mistake as McEwen plays his way in, draws the 4-foot for the win. 5-4 is your final. And so Mike McEwen will now be the team wild card for a second time as he slots into Pool A, Pool B, and just look at all the names. It is such a knowledgeable and quality field. And as is the case after the opening ceremonies and once the bagpipers, dignitaries are left, all the teams gather for this memorable opportunity, this memorable moment, the Tim Hortons Brier photo. And on this Saturday afternoon, we say hello, Canada, and welcome to Kingston, our opening day coverage. Tim Hortons Brier, Russell alongside. Cheryl will be with us midweek. What a way to start. Team Canada, Kevin Cowie against Ontario and John Epping. And who would think, when you've got Kevin Cowie and Team Canada, yet he's being overlooked?
He really is. He really is. He hasn't had a very good year, bad year to be honest. But does Kevin care? Not at all. This guy's been in 7 of these things. He's won 4. Do the math on that. It's Cowie time.
They say he's gone quiet. He's gone into his bubble, which is only a good sign. John Epping is here for a second time as the Ontario champion. But it's a more mature Epping, they say, and part of that reason is the addition of Ryan Fry.
He's such a good shot maker, Epping, that he tries shots that aren't there sometimes. And now you've got Lang and Fry sitting there. Hey, skipper, let's just go this way, and it's working for them.
We're looking forward to it. It's going to be an outstanding week, and we're glad that you are with us. This is the Tim Hortons Brier on Canada's sports leader, TSN.
Kevin always plays well in the Brier. I mean, he's a big game player. He just makes the right shots at the right time. This ice seems to be always suited to him, and of course he's got a great team behind him, so we're going to need to play well, and you need some breaks.
We get up for the big events. I mean, this is kind of what we've trained for, especially being Team Canada coming here. We've been looking ahead to this event just about now for a whole year, so I hope this week is no different.
The 2020 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. The 2020 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by OK Tire and BKT Tires, by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada, and by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
To get us underway, this year's Tim Hortons Brier. It is Team Canada, the defending champions, against Team Ontario. And it's time to meet the teams now. And it's brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. Team Ontario hail from the Leaside Curling Club in Toronto, skipped by 36-year-old John Epping. with Brent Lang, Matt Cam, and Ryan Fry. Team Canada are from Calgary, the Glencoe Curling Club, skipped by Kevin Cooey, with Ben Hebert, Colton Flash, and BJ Neufeld. Team Canada has won the draw to the button, so they will have the last rock. They have the Hammer playing the Yellowstones, Ontario the red, as John Epping has his stopwatch ready, has the brush just outside the edge of the 8. And to get us underway, the Ontario lead is Brent Lang,
who used to play for Kevin Cooey. So it's a bit of a grudge match also, Vic.
Line's good.
It is, and it's also, I mean, we will remember the Canada Cup, of course, in Leduc. And this is a rematch of that final, which Epping won to earn that spot, that first spot in the curling trials in Saskatoon in December of 21 to determine who represents Canada at the Olympics in Beijing.
Yep, clean, 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 clean.
Too good a spot to throw up the corner guard.
Let's take a look at the keys to the game. Let's start with Team Ontario.
Well, breathe if you're John Epping. It's only John's second Brier. Hard to believe. He's in his home barn for the first time. That's got to be tough. The adrenaline's got to be just going all over the place. So just accept it, focus, and get into your routine before you get aggressive here. And let it fry. Ryan Fry, the reason Brad Jacobs, when he did all his winning, was the third Ryan Fry. Fry was really played outstanding to win those.
And for Kevin Cooey and Team Canada.
Tight guards for Kevin because the hitting is so straight. We watched that in the Manitoba game. So this team hits so well with BJ and Kevin. Keep the guards tight and then leave some room for the skipper. If Kevin's going to miss, it's draw weight. Give him some room.
Keys to the game are brought to you by Purex bathroom tissue, soft and absorbent for over 95 years.
Oh, that is a nice hit. You rolled out. Get out of there. Can you believe that didn't come out? Straight, eh?
Now this is the sheet we were on last evening as well for the wild card game.
Hey, Matty, give us a good time here.
And what we did see, and it's somewhat typical of the ice makers here, Greg Owasco and John Wall. Up weight, and the rock is just going to run that little bit straighter.
We just witnessed it. That's exactly it. The thrower lets it go. Goes, that looks good. And they brushed it a little bit and they go, wait a minute, this isn't coming up that couple of inches, and they roll out high side. Both these teams will figure it out in a hurry.
Matt. What'd you get on a split there, Fry? What's that? Did you split that? 390. I got an 80. 8. Not 80. Yep. Little down normal. Oh. Oh. Off. Clean. 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 Shot. Shot, Colton. This came up a little bit, but not. He threw the other turn, so never mind.
You want normal here?
Yeah, this one.
4 sheets in play here at the Leon Center. Second time that the Brier has been hosted by Kingston. First was 1957 at the Oldham Memorial Gardens, and it was Matt Baldwin out of Alberta that ran the table.
Right.
That back in those days, of course, you didn't have any playoffs. You just looked at the standings.
Round robin only.
Normal up.
Now that one curled a little bit, and we touched on this last night. Everybody's in-turn tends to curl a little bit sooner than the out-turn, and it's the out-turns that have been missed wide. There comes another one that's got to start to curl here to hit it on the nose.
Good normal, firm, or what?
So here he is, Ryan Fry, in a 12th
His chest.
Brier appearance. Won the 13 championship Brier title, and of course that Olympic gold medal in 14 in Sochi.
Whoa.
And
I still don't know our signals.
as we say good afternoon to Kathy Gauthier, what I'm being told is he's brought some maturity to John Epping, but he's also brought confidence.
Well, he has, and one of the things that John Epping said before the game is so many people say Ryan Fry is a great third. He said he hates that analogy. He said he's one of the best players in the world, not only shot making, but it is that confidence, that quiet voice that helps guide John Epping to the right shot. As for John Epping, looking at this field, he said that he thinks that the team that figures out draw weight today and tomorrow early on in the week, and that will go through to hack weights, will make the difference, because in this abbreviated round robin, you can't afford to lose too many early.
And that goes to last night's game and that wild card game. That was one of the keys. Who would figure out the rocks, because they, they're a little sharper. Ice, a lot of curl. And I think towards the end of the game, it was still a little bit confusing to Glenn Howard, but McEwen had figured it out.
He did. I think we had the stat before he threw his last one after 7 draws. He was 100%, Mike, and made his 8th one also, the big one to get him into the Brier. And I agree with that statement. If you can draw, you can win out here.
And it's those tweener shots, right?
Like
mm-hmm.
As
No, I'm not going to.
Kathy says, that little hack weight, not that up weight over the shoulder, or not the draw weight, it's that tweener.
And you can't get hack weight properly unless you have command of draw weight.
Turning that draw to the button, I think, here. Hooking, eh? Just curling.
Yeah. They're just a little sarcastic there. Nothing's curling with up weight, and both these teams will use that to their advantage once they get comfortable with it. Didn't want to roll out there because you give John Epping a chance to draw.
Up there, but
John just lost the opportunity to play in a second straight. He was here in 18 as the Ontario representative. That was in Regina, and then he tried to play his way in the wild card last year, but he lost in Brandon.
no, it's over curling. Fry, you're lying to me. Well, he's a little heavy.
That's the rock we think has a little more movement than the rest.
Dewey already in the hack, ready to go. If anybody wants to bank some time, it's this gentleman here.
Burn down. Yep.
Now, you heard them talk about these rocks. As we mentioned, we were on this sheet last night for Team Wild, the wild card game. So these stones are going to be familiar to many of the teams because they were used in the Continental Cup, and they were also used in the Canada Cup.
And it's interesting because the Continental Cup, there's only 3 teams represented there: Botcher, Epping, and Cooey, the 2 teams here along with Botcher. So they have a little advantage.
Yep. Whoa, just clean. Just. I think yours picks here, Matt. I think so. I never thought I was hitting low. This side's straighter. Oh, that came up too. So it does curl a little bit there.
Interesting. I mean, that's how exact you are. And mapping that particular piece of ice, it came up with weight. It curled at the end. So final stone in a very quickly played opener. Looking for the blank. And there it is. As you heard PJ Newfeld say, good shot, a blank in this first, on this first day.
The 2020 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by AGI, West Steel, Westfield, Batco, Nico, SureTrack, and more. We are AGI.
Good crowd on hand on this opening draw, opening day at Tim Hortons Brier here in Kingston. Leon Center. Seats some 5,600 for hockey. We've lost some seats for media benches and the like. A blank in the first means that once again, Team Canada Kevin Cooey out of Calgary will have the last draw. He has the hammer playing the Yellowstones. Ben Hebert. And there you see the 4 sheets in play for round robin.
Back 4, T. Gotta go beach. Back 4. Gotta go beach. Back 4. Whoa. Whoa. Back 4. Whoa. Back 8. Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
So we have the
Flash.
center guard up.
Yep.
We have a corner up. Come around, and now the quiet tap, and it'll slide to the back 12. So Shot Rock half undercover. Here we go. The other games on the ice. And it's the Territories and Jamie Cooey Yellowknife against British Columbia. Skipped by Steve Laycock out of Vernon in Kelowna. Newfoundland Labrador. Juju, the two-time winner against Jason Gudlickson out of Manitoba. And the all-rookie team, the former Quebec Junior side of Alec Bedard against Mayflower's Halifax's Jamie Murphy. Matt Cam.
Langer! Really gotta go, Langer. Really gotta go. You gotta get hard, Langer!
Want to avoid that jam.
Yep.
Can hold the shooter. Now the question is, they push it far enough.
Good throw.
And they did. So Shot Rock is Ontario back 12. All right, Kathy, let's start our updates, and we'll drop in on the game between the Territories and British Columbia. And it appears that BC, skipped by Steve Laycock, does have last rock and are sitting the one. But remembering, of course, Jim Cotter does throw fourth stone.
Well, for Jamie Cooey, sat in the hack on both of his shots and saw two BC stones across the house. Tried doubles both times, just missed both times, and so one remains in the house, a draw to any piece of the paint for two.
And this is not uncommon for Cotter, who has skipped his teams in the past, but we've seen when John Morris was part of the team that in fact Morris would throw the third and just try to take that skipping responsibility off of Cotter, just let him throw.
Yeah, because he's just a pure shot maker. Doesn't really need any limelight at skip. Doesn't worry about the strategy that way. It's just about making shots, executing.
You got room, Matty?
It's one little hiccup here by Matt Cam, overthrowing that little hack waiter, as we touched on earlier. Everything's running straight with speed.
Renewed rivalry here between these two seconds, and Matt Cam and Colton Flash. Cam and Flash met in the junior final of 2011. And that 11 side, so well representative. Muscowie, the skip of that team that won, had Colton Flash as his second. Muscowie is here for Saskatchewan. Last night, of course, you had Scott Howard.
That's right.
He was part of the Ontario team with Matt Cam. So quite the anyone who has that on their resume from 2011 has had a good career. We're seeing them now in men's play and quite successful.
And that junior final was decided on a measure, which Muscowie won by a fraction.
Back 12! Back 12! T-line! Back 12!
Gotta tell me I can't. No clears.
I'm saying just for line.
We're just saying heavy, Koo. Sorry.
That's a bit of miscommunication early, and then we have two blanks. Newfoundland Labrador against Manitoba and Quebec and Nova Scotia.
Burn board. It shouldn't do a thing, should it? It'll finish with the right weight for a little bit. You're thinking the right thing.
Big mistake there by the front end for Team Canada here. They yelled heavy, but what does that mean? Are you an inch heavy? Are you 6 feet heavy? Turned out it was about 8 feet heavy.
Whoa!
They missed it completely.
Whoa! Good board. Heavy board. Whoa! Langer! Whoa! Whoa! Just watch. Yep. Have to always sleep. Yep.
And we'll leave it there to sit two without. Just enough of this showing on that that wide side.
Yeah, and look at the ice they're taking here. It's actually about an inch and a half negative ice. A little bit of an outward motion, obviously, by Neufeld. Has to hit a thick half to make this.
Roll right beside it. Ah, shoot.
Still leaves Ontario sitting the one.
Nose is good. Just a bit past, hey? Yeah. I don't mind rolling around behind the corner. Normal. I don't think you want to do that. Just hit and stay. Right on the nose is pretty good. Is that what he's doing? I think so, yeah. You called normal? Yeah. Dead straight, Matt? Yeah, right up the sheet, bud.
Hit and stay. You might see Cooey play around the corner guard, ignoring both these red ones.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Yes.
Straight up the sheet for Ryan Fry.
Whoa.
Good.
Well, a familiar faces, the alternate this week for Ontario, and that's John Morris, the two-time gold medal winner, as the crowd responds to being seen on the screen, as well as Coach Jim Wilson. It was Morris that actually did the reaching out to John Epping and the team, saying, look, if you need somebody, I'm willing to join you. And there he was prior to the game, changing brush heads and carrying the water, as it were.
I bet that didn't take long to say yes for Team Epping.
Gotta go, Colton.
Keep going, keep going.
And for Team Canada, it's in your foreground, Ted Appelman, who was an alternate a year ago, and of course, terrific player in Alberta. And then the longtime coach is John Dunn, out of the Faculty of Kinesiology, Sports and Recreation, University of Alberta. And it was interesting. After that miscommunication by the front end on that shot that went through, I just looked down, and there's John. He had the pen out, and he was writing into the book. And I'm sure they'll debrief after the game.
Yeah, that extra set of eyes really helps. In the heat of the moment, you sometimes do what Hebert did there, was just, it's heavy, but what does that really mean?
Yep. The hair less than yours. Yep. Yep. Really? Yep. Right to it. 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 Right to it.
And trying to roll it in, and underneath. Yeah, he'll tuck a piece under.
Could make this too.
We had a nice send-off at the Leaside Curling Club earlier this week.
Won't be shot, right? And then he goes top 4, and I got a hard shot.
Yeah, you'd have to be just here. Then he probably picks it. Okay.
Just, I don't even need to, just not quite hot.
Okay.
Tough shot here. Kevin's going to try to sliver past that yellow guard. And they've only had one try at it. It was Colton's heavy draw, so they have a rough idea what this will do.
This is there for sure, Kev. You thinking just hack or board?
No, just hack. I gotta get a little low.
Okay.
I don't want any more than hack.
Okay.
These shots have become a little bit easier with the directional brushing, albeit the fabric's not nearly as aggressive as it used to be. They can still make it talk a little bit.
Weight's good.
Yeah, at times you hear those brushes. If you could hear them, they'd be saying "ouch." They do lean on them. And here you go, good example right now. Colton Flash. And here comes that yellow corner. Here it comes in a hurry, and they won't get it by.
That works.
But he will spin that shooter in, open up the 2 Ontario Stones as this one finally lands. And look at that, that aggressiveness does come back very close for second shot.
Draw.
If you're 2 and I think you're, yeah, there you are. There's the confirmation. You just put it right there, top 4 buried.
He's going to throw that Benny out turn chase. That didn't look very hard. That's more than you draw the button.
On that straight spot.
We had there on the draw to the button.
We can go draw the button, eh? Like
we're just talking. We want to probably err on a bit on my side. The chase probably his out turn.
You like that? That out turn chase is he knows it is all.
Okay.
All right, buddy. Where are we going?
That's great.
That is unbelievable.
Yeah.
We're running that same speed.
I mean, think about it. First of all, the ice. It's been played a little bit, so maybe you're going to tighten up the ice a bit. Okay, so it's not quite draw to the button, but also we know his turn here, and we want crew to play a certain turn.
Yeah, and the awareness of the front end to say, look, they've already played the out turn with Ben Hebert. Let's let them see if he can make that in turn.
It's trying.
We're heavy. Okay, right here is fine.
Nope, no, we're there.
No, yeah, go back.
We're just on the top of the tee.
No, never touch it.
Look at that hook in.
Okay.
And they'll get it to the top of the button.
You ever make it pretty good. I like this. Yeah.
To sit 3.
I wonder if that's the difference between the 1 and the 2.
Maybe.
Or no.
This is also straighter than when you threw. Like
true.
It didn't curl a ton.
True.
Didn't do that dig that it did down the.
Like a half a rock higher. Like he's gonna play off this one. I gotta think, but
yeah. Third, I guess. Third, you're good. You'd have to hit it probably a little thinner than a third to
It
do
never
that.
comes through here.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of have to hit it like the shooter has to hit there, and then it has.
Just,
but
yeah, don't go crazy for this, right? Because if you hit that thin, you're going to catch that, right?
Right.
Would you ever think of playing the out-turn quiet tap on shots?
Well, that's what Brent Lang had offered up, that's what he would do, but it's not quite as open as when Ben played it. So Cooey's going to do what Cooey does. He's going to play a rocket double.
Let's do it.
And there's some possibility he could go back and tap that third one for a deuce, but
What is it, half, 2/3?
he has to make sure he doesn't miss low side. He gives up a steal of 2.
So facing a certain 2, they say it's 3 with his last. First big test for the defending champion, Kevin Cooey, and it comes here in the second. Hebert all the way with it. 1 come across and not enough. And it will be a steal of 1. Ontario here in the second. We are in Kingston, Canada's first capital for this Tim Hortons Brier. Ontario with a steal of 1 in that first. Keeping our eye on things so you can keep an eye on this year's Tim Hortons Brier. Wherever you are watching across the country. On this opening day, first draw, and our feature is Ontario and John Epping against Team Canada and Kevin Cooey. Ontario with that steal means that once again Team Canada has last rock playing the Yellowstone. Center line goes up from Ontario. Corner goes up from Canada. Round comes Ontario, and now playing down 2, it has been Hebert of Team Canada.
Yeah.
Well, one of the favorites coming in, I think, without doubt, Kathy, is Brad Kuchu, the 2-time champion out of the Ballyhaley and the Remax Center in St. John's, as he plays Manitoba and the team from Morris, south of Winnipeg, skipped by Jason Gunlichson.
And nothing gone well for Manitoba this end. Runbacks got stuffed. Jason tried a triple, only got 2. So this is a soft weight shot. He could have, I think, thrown a little bit more, taken less ice, but he wanted to stick to get 3 and will not.
There you go. Did you just tell me to get stuffed? Is that what I thought you said?
Well, no, but if you take that, if you read it in that, interpret as you will.
I thought you said, Vic, get stuffed. That's too early. It's only day 1. By the end of the week, I could understand, but.
Yeah, or this. Yeah. Yeah, freeze low. Okay. Yeah.
It's a small thing, Vic, but the top skips will pick up on it. Cooey could have played the draw or tap back, as you talked about. He tried a very thick double. I don't think the shot for 2 was even there.
Weight's good.
Does that tell you he might not be comfortable with draw weight?
Weight's good.
Yep. Wait on. Whoa.
We
Wait on. Weight's good, Kev.
There again, boy, oh boy.
Small bounce.
He spread his arms out as if to say, fellas, you're not telling me enough yet. So there is something uncomfortable right now about the communication. All right, Andy, let's go back. We saw BC score 2 in the first, and it is BC, all kinds of pressure. Sitting to 3, final stone for. This is Jamie Cooey, of course, out of Yellowknife, the Territories, in his 13th Brier appearance.
Well, he needs to get to the lid. He was facing 3 again. If you remember, in the first stand, he played 2 doubles. He played a hit, so this is his first draw. Jim Cotter making both of his perfectly. The only shot here is the draw to the button.
Halfway. Halfway tight. It's tight.
His best performance was back in 2012 when he went 7 and 6 and had that memorable game against his brother. Oh boy, how close is that? Well, they'll go to the measure on this, I'm sure. And we'll update you. There you go. We'll put a stick to it. Says Steve Laycock.
I like the double peel.
You can make this too.
Now, if you're Ontario and you're seeing
Whatever's best.
Right now, a Team Canada that looks a little bit dysfunctional. You just keep throwing stones in there and just keep pressuring.
Yes.
Yeah.
You want to make Cooey draw to the smallest part of the butt you can. Not that he's going to miss it. He's only won this thing 4 times.
Right.
But that's the shot that you might get an error out of.
Colton Flash.
Plus the fact, Victor, you touched on it a couple times, that if the front edge is going to yell it's heavy, that doesn't give your skip a lot of support.
So after the measure, and it is, what a wonderful draw by Jamie Cooey.
Try and get to nose. Oh, jeez, I don't think that's any good anyway.
I don't even think it's there. I think you lock it. Full 12, bud.
Like, what am I here, 410? This is
Blank 1, blank 2. Quebec, Nova Scotia. Jamie Murphy still with Last Rock as they play in the third. Ryan Fry.
That's light.
Little lighter than that.
Whoa, the Matty, close, so.
Keep it going. It's sliding.
Red!
Whoa,
Easy,
whoa.
easy.
Can't bounce.
Easy.
Whoa. Whoa.
Hey.
Okay.
Pretty good?
Wanted it to the nose.
Good throw. Good judge, boys. A little scary, but that's crazy fast. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened last night.
You'd love to roll half open on Colton's side.
You shave this, that's pretty good too.
That's good too.
Pretty good too. You can hit a lot of good things and come in and bring that in there though.
What else do you like?
That shot. It's coming on a way different angle though now. So we can make the double and we can hit ours and probably both.
Sure.
Hurt.
Yeah, sure.
We can get low if you want to get low.
Oh, it's
Not easy.
hard in this
I
spot.
like the run too. Hey, Beach. Outurn just crossing it, eh? Yeah. Just. Yeah, like it. Even nose is brutal.
Yeah, nose takes it back onto that yellow top 8, kicks out the red, maybe both reds.
Yep.
Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa,
whoa, whoa, whoa.
Good
Just
shot.
about.
Good shot.
With the type of surface we've got here with the extremely poker straight hits with high weight, you're going to see some tremendous runbacks, doubles, triples, whatever it is. So you have to guard against that as a skip.
And planting our red one's impossible. Theirs stays buried. I think you got to play the intern. I didn't see a freeze coming, but.
Plant it there, and then you can do it
I don't think that
again.
does anything for us.
Well, you'll be able to do it again.
You like the runner into either one of those yellows? Or run it!
Into the yellow.
Roll off. Nothing else gets us aiming very good. That top one's the one killing us.
Go talk to him.
The top one's the one hurting us, the guard, right?
Yeah, well, I feel like that middle 8 foot, or the one that's in between, the middle yellow one is really hurting us.
Well, but it doesn't go anywhere, right? Like if I stuff that?
No, that's what I mean, no.
So if we make if I ever made it onto the one that's like just off nose, that's real good, right?
It is really good. Okay.
It's going to be fascinating.
I'm going to try and run it onto the one that's on the center line.
With the straight hitting, it changes that strategy a bit. Like, Fry's going to try to run the yellow onto the top yellow. That's
Dead
such a hard
straight,
shot, but they're makeable because it's dead straight.
And by doing that, can he spill those yellows around the red? That is right now shot rock. Can. Right off. Run it back. Bang, bang. And then he'll miss that stone. Did he think the double was there?
No, he didn't. But the one they were worried about was that one, and it was the harder one to hit. But that's Ryan Fry's specialty. That's the gold medal Ryan Fry, I remember.
Always wrap around.
Threw your first one really good. Just
Yeah,
just a little early.
Very, very fast there. I don't.
Yeah.
To me, that's my first draw, but
It feels it, eh?
to me, it felt like 5-6 feet faster than the draw.
Great comments.
Weight's good. Back 12. Hard. Hard, Colton. Back 12. Whoa.
Whoa.
Back line.
Ah.
Oh, you want to go the other way with it, Kev?
We're hitting it thick. Yep. Whoa.
Now watch the action here. Stones are so lively. And look where that goes. Pushes it back. So it is a 1 and 3 from our vantage point, Ontario.
Okay.
Even if we roll out here, right?
Okay. I'm seeing hack.
You're seeing the in?
Yeah, I'm seeing the in.
Poof. Okay.
Well, I just don't think.
No, I know. I'm with you. Let's just like this is fine.
Okay. I won't whiff it with. Okay.
Yeah.
What do you want me to throw more weight then?
I was thinking. Well,
board.
Yeah, I like that. That even looks like a lot to me. Just the way that ran.
I think my one will finish. Okay.
Okay.
This is just so straight, it's hard. This is hard. I was thinking the out turn. They threw it 3 times in the first 10.
I feel like the right way to make this is with hack, but he's nervous about jamming it.
Of course. If we just kick it out of there,
you can
it's not
just
the
peel
worst.
that out,
He has to
too.
roll back button, and you lock the freeze.
Doing this is only hurting us.
Or he's going to roll way over, and we're going to have an open hit to force.
So just pick it then with the out.
Well, that would be my thought if you're not 100%
pick it with the out.
Just like
Pick
we can
it,
just
yeah.
get rid of that.
Yep.
This will come up a little bit, right?
With the out. Yep. You like the ice?
What happens here, Vic, too, we watched it last night, is 4 incredibly knowledgeable players, 5 rock rule. There's so many decisions to be made. You can run yourself out of time. They're all trying to help, don't get me wrong.
No, I understand that, but at some point in time, do you get in the skip's way?
You can't. You can't. Depends on the skip's confidence level, his demeanor.
Yep. Real nice, John.
There you go. Just rip it out, and they do that.
That was my first thought, was to put it there. I mean, you can be here. And then he's got to navigate a small area.
All because they're sitting that 2. Colton Flash was heavy on that tap.
Yeah, like even if he makes this, you'll have a freeze, something, right?
Yeah, I hope so, yeah. Chase or something.
Thinking like here-ish. Or is that, you think that's enough?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Same as...
It's not quite as fast as draw button. I mean, that was 50. It's 14 and a half. I got 14.4 on Langers for the top 4 foot. Yeah, it's 14 and a half. Yeah.
Still decent speed.
Yeah, speed's good, Kev.
Interesting, isn't it? Last year was so good at preventing stolen ends on the way to a championship, and already here in the second gives up one.
Whoa then.
Over there. Benny's tight.
It's got a curl.
Benny's rock.
Back, T.
Whoa then.
Where do you want it to be?
Yeah, you got to go.
You got to bury it.
You got to go. Hard, Benny.
Gonna stay shot. Gotta stay shot.
Is he going to stay shot?
No,
it will not.
Good shot, Kev.
Newfoundland and Labrador against Manitoba. And Newfoundland and Labrador sitting what appears to be 2. Final stone. And this is for Morris, Manitoba's Jason Gunlickson.
Well, on his final stone, Brad Gushu drew around to lie 2, but he went a little bit deep. This is the run double attempt for 3.
Gotta curl off, gotta go.
Oof. And then just drives it by. And that'll be a steal of 2. That's his MO, though, right, Kathy, for Gunlickson?
Yes. Big weight, big weight, big weight.
Boy, that was potential 3 there, and then he gives up another 2.
We're there right now. Real close. Gonna over curl, I think. Make sure the shot.
What did you see earlier about Kevin at this particular moment, wanting to make him draw? And just by that little bit, he Slides to the back edge. And they finally do sit, but there's a pocket now.
It's a double, too. It's a little quicker. Everybody's a hair heavy.
Might have to throw the end, eh? Let me see.
Yeah, I wonder if we can. As long as you touch this one first, should be okay. I would say you could
probably throw the end.
You'd like to throw the end, I think. Yeah.
The end turns better because it hits it thicker. Does it? Yeah. What turn are you throwing, Koo?
In.
Trying to hit like 3/4, 2/3?
Yellow could end up this way, and it could also kick that one back, but it might jam, which will keep it closer than this rock.
Should run here, eh?
Yeah, shouldn't do anything.
I think so.
3/4. Keeping in mind you have to miss it thick, at least you score 1.
Not quite to the center line.
Ontario sitting the 2. Already stolen.
Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
In that second. Final stone, not a lick yet. Flash, nothing yet. Hebert all on its own. Is it going to come up for him? Oh, and maybe it did. He'll get the 1 for sure. And now you look. And it really does look like he moved that red stone to my eye. Oh, they're saying red.
Yeah, I think it's red. It's close. It's really close.
Okay, we'll measure.
They swept that early. Didn't have to, obviously. It's a split second decision.
Okay. Good throw.
Yeah, just not a lot of action off these rocks, right?
And you need to be pretty precise.
Amateur hour, man.
It's a shape thinner.
That's interesting. We don't hear that very often. Not a lot of action off those stones when you really become accustomed to liveliness of them.
Well, he used the turn that wasn't going to give him action, which he had to kick it across higher. If he'd been able to throw the out turn, it would have spun across easy.
Two and just under a half. 1.
But it is. So didn't quite kick that on Ontario stone enough. We're tied at 1 going to 4. There comes a time in a team's career, a breakthrough moment. I think this may be it.
Never, 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 never.
Right to the brush, right to T line, let it settle. Oh, it just fudged up at the back of the 4. Just touch it. Just get over a little bit more. You have 1. Can you just save this and touch it? Get it over, touch it. Oh! What a shot. Harry Anderson to the 4-foot for the win. Needs to stop here. They need the 4-foot. Going a little more, and it will go too far. They need that 4-foot. They need the 4. You got a second chance. Make the most of it. Canada, say hello to your new champions from Manitoba. Really outstanding for Carrie Anderson to regroup after throwing that last one in 10 heavy. And then now she will wear the maple leaf in Prince George beginning March the 14th. Some familiar names. The latest has just been added. Japan's Satsuki Fujisawa. Kovaleva, Muirhead, Hasselborg is back. We're looking forward to seeing Elena Stern and Tabitha Peterson from the U.S. So after the measure, Team Canada gets just their single. And so for the first time in the game, Ontario does have last rock playing the Red Stones. There was a scary moment, however, after the Scotties and Moose Jaw when the Northern Ontario skip Krista McCarville and her teammate Ashley Sippel and their coach Rick Lang were involved in a plane accident in Dryden. All of them making it out safely and then driving home to Thunder Bay. And Kathy, Rick's with you.
Well, Rick, we heard about the incident coming home from the Scotties. First of all, how are you?
I'm well. You know, we got some minor injuries, but of course the more concerning was just kind of the emotional impact on all of us. talked to Krista McCarville and Ashley Sipple yesterday, and we got together to kind of compare notes, and I think we're all starting to recover.
I look at your hand, it's all taped up. What happened to your hand?
Well, some pieces of the propeller, actually, I think that's what happened, flew into the fuselage of the plane when they hit the ice, and a lot of them did, actually. And I had 3 pieces in my hand that had to be removed, and that happened that night, and we got home the next day.
Jeepers creepers. Well, we're so glad to see you and that everybody is doing well.
I'm glad to see you.
Nobody usually says that.
Yeah.
So let's move ahead. You were in Moose Jaw coaching Krista McCarville. Now you're here in your role as a coach of Northern Ontario. We talked so much about Krista, 3 events, not playing much, and now you're coaching a team who plays a lot. What's been the biggest difference?
Good question. Team McCarville chooses to do that in their lifestyle, and they really work hard at their game away from games. We practice hard. I think we practice probably more than any other team in the game, actually, and that's their plan to kind of make up for the fact that they're where their priorities are, which are their jobs and families first, and then curling third. And Team Jacobs are professional. They're totally all in. They know what's on the line for them, and it's treated them well, so they continue to do that. It's been a total pleasure working with them since kind of last spring. And the plan that we had, they've been so open to input and support and to learning new things and to getting better. I've been so impressed with them.
Well, good luck tonight against Alberta, and we're so glad you're here.
Great. Thanks, Kathy.
Shot. We're going to stay on your feet, brother.
And there is Brad Jacobs, and we will see him already. Has that determined look. That will be our featured game tonight. Northern Ontario against Alberta. Brendan Botcher when we join you again at 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
Looks heavy.
Echoing Kathy's thoughts. So glad that the injuries weren't more serious as that plane slid off the runway in Dryden, and both Ashley Sippola and Krista McCarville escaped without injury, but shaken to say the very least.
No kidding.
1-1 as we play here in 4. Ontario with Last Rock playing the Redstones.
I got the chase. Freeze? Oh, I don't like. No. If I tick the guard, it goes behind. Kind of wait, back line. Yeah, hack. I got.
We should be drawing here, guys.
We should be drawing.
We should be drawing here.
Yeah.
You don't like this draw, eh? Just follow him in there, right beside it.
Yeah, I
Even
like
if you're not shot, what's he gonna do?
Yeah, it's up. Fry like it, or
you like the draw?
It's up to Fry. Just the scoreboard is.
2's better than.
No, I agree.
Blank.
It's just if I hook it at all, he goes around it. You good with it? No, I like this, John.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair, man. Okay, hack.
How hard?
Hack weight.
Interesting discussion there. Langer was really thinking draw, go around everything, even if you freeze to the side of it. But I think Ryan's thinking keep that blank alive
Matt.
also.
Solid hack. Matt! Heavy hack.
And can they hold that shooter now? And no, they can't.
No, that's okay, yeah.
Great call then, John.
So the decision not to go, and I can understand if they decided to go and hooked it with a corner freeze, that allows Cooey to then go around everything.
Yeah, and so I'm with Fry on this particular one. I know what Langer's thinking. If you get forced, might as well get the 2, but they're still not forced.
T-line at least. No, we're back.
Boy, it's quick, huh?
Oh, everybody's missing heavy, Vic. Same thing last night.
Does not have to curl. T-line.
Clean it, Benny. Benny, clean it.
Talked to John Wall, Vic, just before this game started, and we were talking about the same thing, and he said the practice for the 2 wildcard teams, it sped up dramatically because the rocks calmed down, and as we mentioned before, they sand them before the event, and they just get a little bit smoother as it goes along. It's fooled all these teams a little bit.
Wow. Listen to me on this.
Whoa.
Brian Fry.
Whoa. Yeah. No. Whoa. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Deep.
Watch it now. We're going to maybe get a little bit help with the catcher. No, spins again too far. Yeah, it's always a work in progress for Greg Uasco in the foreground and John Wall. One of the things they did say, it's a wonderful building. This Leon Center opened in February of 2008. And the floor is laser straight. There isn't a crack to be found. There's nothing to deal with in that regard. He says very, very rarely when they flood that they see it flood almost all at once.
Yeah.
They don't see a pocket over here or a pocket here where it might be a little lower. It's just all like a still lake, just froze at once.
Very consistent, which makes the ice consistent for draw weight also.
Get room.
Okay, wait only, guys.
Room.
You got room. More room
Quite
on
a bit of
this
room.
one.
I like Weight's really good. Your line's closed.
Line's
Little bit of
good. Room,
Top
though.
8.
Wait for
Flash
it.
is tight. Top 8, top 4. Flash is
This
tight.
really has to curl.
You want this at least top 4. Yeah, it is. Hard flash, you're gonna come on a bit. It's 2-line. Yeah, a little bit.
Go if you can.
Well, we're all wondering about this young Quebec team from all in the Montreal area, Kathy, skipped by 23-year-old Alec Bedard. They're a former Quebec Junior Championship team as they play Nova Scotia down by 1.
Well, he's showing some really great shot making. Alec was in Shawinigan for the Canadian Juniors and didn't have a particularly great week, but he made some wonderful shots. He made a triple on his first, but Jamie hit and rolled. He needs to stick because there's a little biter at the back.
And there's the single to tie it. All 4 are still in school. Alec is studying at McGill, where he's in the computer science program. John Epping.
Just left enough open that this is makeable to hang around.
Really hard. Little light. Light if anything.
Gotta go! Gotta go, Max! Hard! 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 Hard!
Oof. Wow.
That close. It didn't move the guard.
Not heavy, but it's close.
Well, gotta go, Max! Hard! 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 Hard!
Now, just that touch, huh?
Yeah, what's that one rock?
Again, the difference in stones, huh?
You want to give me the same ice with this other rock?
Yeah, I do.
I think that's even minimum.
Don't you
You
find,
can give me a shade more.
Like trying to freeze it a shade.
over the course of
I'm gonna throw
many
it just
years, we've
top
said,
4.
look, if you're struggling with stones, particularly at the skip position, get rid of them. Hand them down. I don't know what you'd want to do with them. But I find that more and more skips are holding on to them later in the game, and they're still complaining about them.
Yeah, we saw that last night, actually. There's no question about it. Depends on what it's doing. I would keep it if draw weight was similar. If it curls a little more, I can make that adjustment.
100%.
The really unfortunate part is the guard didn't go anywhere, so Kui can loop a
nice.
second one really close to the button. Totally buried.
Easy, Benny.
Line's good.
Where are you?
Gotta go. You can go if you have to. Line's really good. Line's good. Gotta go. Top 8. Top 8 Navy.
Got to curl.
Line's good.
Just go.
Yeah, it has to curl.
Guys, it's got to curl.
Hard flash. Go flash. Hard flash.
Keep going, Benny. Keep going.
Well, Newfoundland and Labrador, the pressure has been on Manitoba almost from draw 1 or stone 1. It's 4-0. And it appears they're sitting 3, and that's what's facing again Jason Gunlickson.
And he's not had great easy access. He tried to make a long run on his first and got nothing. So Brad Gushu drew in to lie the 3. He was looking at a run, but I think Adam Casey, who holds the broom in the house, convinced Jason to play the draw. So looking to get to the 4-foot.
14-4. Whoa, gotta just get by it. Whoa, get by it.
Adam Casey, who usually throws the second stone, does hold the brush.
Really good.
And that'll cut them down. Steal of 1 more for Newfoundland and Labrador. So a difficult start for Gunlickson. Final stone now facing 2. Needs a good piece of the button, does John Epping.
Little bit. Yeah, Matt. Hard. Okay, line's good.
Cam and Lang pick him up right away.
You're getting to this. Yeah. We gotta go.
Gotta go, fellas.
Hard, Matt. Hard, Matt.
Facing 2 here. Maybe a little rub and roll off. And will roll and doesn't look like it's 1 for sure. Steal of 1.
It's close again. Per Matt Cam, he's just right out of oxygen.
Measure.
Again.
I think it's them.
Good throw.
I think.
Yeah! Hard, Matt! Hard, Matt! Gotta go, boys! Gotta go! Gotta go!
There was nothing left in that stone. There was nothing to, gear off and get closer. But at that look.
We watched Team Holmanvik spell off the brusher. It might have been an idea there to bring Ryan Fry out. Matt went coast to coast on both those last 2 shots of Epping's.
So from the Ontario stone. To Team Canada.
Just before 3 1/4.
And again,
That was closer than that.
Ontario. It'll be a steal of 1. 2-1 Team Canada through for 1. Well, after giving up that steal of 1, Team Canada and Cooey reply getting a steal. So they lead it 2-1 as we welcome you back. We go to the 5th on this opening day, opening draw. Tim Hortons Brier. Ben Hebert.
No! Hey, it's not bad.
Kathy reminds.
Line's good. Heartbeat!
Reminded us during the break, Russ. That, it's interesting that in talking with her prior to the game, John Epping said the key to winning here will be who latches on to the ice and the stones, and on a couple of occasions now it's been Epping missing, not having the knowledge of the stones.
Yeah, I did. And right, because he had the speed down pat. It just needed a little more ice there, whether it was a lack of handle. John throws a fairly soft rotation. Just 3 or 4 inches more ice, they get that there.
You can go on that.
Bad break on John's first one when he used the other rock. He feels is a little sharper, and it ticked that guard but didn't move it.
Come on, Matty. Keep her going. Take over. Keep her going. I'll go, buddy. Go. Keep her going.
There, they spelled Matt Cam off this time.
You got it. Keep going.
Okay, have a look. Have a look.
Well, you said also when we saw Rachel Holman do it, come out, she has that pad, which is a little fresher too. I mean, you can use that and say that's one of the reasons. You might just get a little bit more bite and get that stone to go a little bit farther. But no, he's
hard game.
The science behind it all. The last quarter of the brushing time, no matter how fit you are, you start to lose power.
Control. Yep. Hard. Hard beach. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa.
This is pretty good.
Good. My fault. Okay. Beach.
Well, coverage of Major League Soccer's opening weekend keeps on rolling today as Toronto FC kick off their season in San Jose. And you can see the action at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific only on TSN as MLS lives here. Curling lives here in Kingston, and the Leon Center beginning today right through the championship next Sunday as the Tim Hortons Brier returns to Kingston.
Not on it yet.
Look at the curl. That's a beautiful shot of how much that was on the center line at the hog line. Look where it is now.
Get around it.
Stay with it.
Yep.
And boy, he can almost go. Almost does make it around as it just nestles up to the side.
Same. Oh, close. Oh, close. Pocket here is no good.
Pockets.
Hike. Okay, good. Okay. Thought if we rolled it too far.
Well, we're not blanking. Same throw, Matty.
Yeah, man.
Piece around at the end if we want.
Yeah.
Playing down to the corner?
Yes. And you heard Lang talk about the audible already. Really, really sharp. Brent Lang all these years with playing with so many good skips. If this is a foot heavy, they can get around that and kind of half bury it.
It's a little more set, I think.
Well, I mean, the fact that you
Stay with it.
all those great skips, but one of the very best he played is their alternate, and John Morris, when you think back to their Canadian and World Junior titles back in the 89 and
That's right.
99.
Yeah.
No, yeah, 98 and 99, pardon me. Back to back.
Maybe. Real thin. You just, yeah. I like that, Beach. Round the horn for us. If we get, we call it. This is pretty good.
Probably gonna roll.
Dead knows it.
You're probably gonna roll it.
Dead on is this is dangerous. They're talking about feather ticking the yellow,
I mean, you can even make
then the red and going right into the center line.
Yeah, I don't mind trying that.
Still think you throw like normal.
Okay.
Hit and roll is easier to do that. If you ever hit too much of the yellow, you don't take out any of the reds. So now they're going to hit the red, roll in.
There's a momentum change already too here, and we're still in the first half. Earlier we said how the Cooey team looked and felt or seemed to be out of sync, but right now it's advantage to them.
Yeah, all of a sudden, isn't it? Because Epping's team looked much sharper. Cooey himself's missed by a fraction a couple times.
When you go into it, you can, but you got to be careful you don't tick the top one. You might
Like
wanna look
normal?
at it quickly. Oh, you can't touch the top one, Fry.
Impossible. You can go into it. We're good, Fry.
It's got attacked.
What's going on?
Normal.
Okay.
Hey, normal, buddy.
Good.
Needs a shot here to match those numbers. And rolls it over to the side.
Go, Fry.
Nice shot. The fact he rolled that far, it rolled deeper into the rings. If he had nosed it, obviously there would have been a double. Now Cooey hits a dead on. Epping hits a dead on. There's probably still not a double. Helpless feeling for Cooey. He really can't do anything about this. He has to hit this open one. There's too much danger to do anything else.
Hard slash. Hard. Gotta go. Gotta go.
Okay. We got to be second shot now, eh, guys?
You got to be in the 8.
And another update now as we go back over to sheet A. Northwest Territories and British Columbia Territories are sitting the one right on the lid. That's Jamie Cooey. British Columbia, of course, Jim Cotter throwing fourth stones for the team from Vernon and Kelowna curling clubs.
Well, that red stone that you see, Vic, that is shot was just hit and rolled by Jamie Cooey on his final stone. No way to get to it. So for Jim Cotter, trying to play a hack weight shot, raise his own back, and lie to.
And we'll run it by. And so that results, that one there is a steal of one to tie it at 2.
Wait only.
Still a speed shot.
Right on the tee. Yeah, we're not going to be second. We might.
Okay, we need to be third.
Just get her to here. Whoa.
Just didn't take enough ice there, Vic.
Good.
Okay, all right. Okay.
You're going right here.
Third they are.
That's a mistake. That happens so often.
I kicked out hard and hooked it.
Yeah, it's hard, right? True.
Why does it happen so often?
You just want to keep separation, but you.
I don't like that spot.
It's just
like
the awareness. It could have been full 8
This is a
foot
great
there.
chance to make a great shot.
Yeah, I like it. I'm going to throw to 7.
Okay.
Middle of 12.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't take any less than that.
Okay, then.
You think that's good?
Give me a shade more then, if you want.
It's only our second game, but it looked to me last night that you could really carve these coming in and get that little extra bit of finish.
Same as your first one.
So you're better to take plenty of ice.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, right on the button.
I think that's Max.
Well, after some early struggles with draw weight, he made a very nice draw in the last end, which led to the steal of one. So 75% through 4.
It's light, guys.
And he
Hard line.
thinking is they're light out of his hands, so Hebert and Flash got him right away.
Line's good. Line's good. Wait only. Gotta go. Go then. Line's good. Guard.
Okay, whoa.
Serious?
Boy, they really.
Yeah, hard flash. Hard flash.
Yeah, keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going, Flash.
Go, go, go,
That's
go,
what
go.
happens to Kevin every once in a while now.
Keep going.
In fairness, I think he went a little wider than they'd been. Didn't pick up on the speed spot.
Okay.
All this right out.
Sorry, Johnny, here?
Yeah, should be, what, 2 feet maybe? I don't think it'll be too bad. No, I think it'll be close.
Right around everything here.
You gotta think it's gonna run slower, right?
A little bit, John, but I mean,
Like,
if
what
I
do
had to
you-
guess just by looking at it, it doesn't look a ton different. It doesn't look
No.
too bad. We got 16-6 on that. They dove in right away. He just pinched it.
Okay.
Well, there's your answer. So you wonder why. Because obviously, having watched Cooey, it has to put a question in Epping's mind.
Yeah.
So how do you answer the question? Lang says he pulled it and he pinched it.
So much value with having Brent Lang in your team.
Liked it. He gave us what we wanted. Line's good. Yep.
Well, Epping did his part, as you
T.
heard Lang say.
On its own here, T.
He gave us what we wanted. Now can you do something with it?
Great.
I'd like it to curl.
Line's great, guys.
I'd like it to curl.
You can go.
Right here. Yep. Hard.
Hard, Langer.
Hard, Langer. Hard. Keep going, buddy.
Wow, very nice. Very nice. All that information pays off, and it's a terrific draw.
Pretty good. Gotta be careful. Really good. I'd like it to curl.
Line's great, guys.
I'd like it to curl.
You can go.
Right here. Yep. Hard.
Hard, Langer.
Hard, Langer. Hard. Keep going, buddy.
Nice throw, Johnny.
That's exactly what we wanted.
Middle of the rock.
Okay.
Well, here's what we talked about. I would draw. I would play that intern draw. They've played it before. Well, there's a chance to score a couple here, but
he's probably saying, "Look what happened with my first one."
Well, that's just it. Yeah. So it's if he doesn't want to draw, then this is the shot, but not a gimme, even for Cooey. A couple good things can happen here, but he doesn't want to overcurl this thing.
Final stone for Kevin Cooey.
No. Yep. Whoa.
Hebert.
Whoa. No.
Hufeld culling line. What do you got? Have you got it? Oh, sure does. Didn't roll it inside enough, so there's still a chance for a couple as we go over to Quebec and Nova Scotia in 1-1 tie.
Oh, just a touch less.
Nova Scotia sitting 1 and appears 2.
They are, and talk about changing things around in one shot. Jamie Murphy stuffed his first attempt, left Quebec lying 1. And so Quebec was attempting to remove the Nova Scotia stone to lie 2 and jammed it, and left Nova Scotia lying 2, draw for 3 to the 8-foot.
Line's good.
And we are looking for a draw here. Ontario's looking for a draw as Murphy in a 5th Brier appearance now. His last was in 18, and they went 5 and 6. And that'll be for 3 going to the break, up 4-1. Final stone on the way from John Epping, looking for a couple.
Yeah. Line's perfect.
Really close.
Doesn't need to
if it stops.
Needs to stop.
Dig in.
Attaboy.
Oh, boy. And you take a look. 1 for sure. And 2 it is. Ontario gets a couple in 5. They lead it 3-2.
The 2020 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
Well, it started off with a steal of one for Ontario in the second. Team Canada got that back, and now a deuce for Ontario. So our first multi-point end results in a 3-2 lead at the break, and it's the draw weight. And again, we come back to John Epping. And both skips appear to be struggling. You know, every once in a while you find it, and he does right here.
He did a really good job in his first one, going out wider where Cooey was woefully light, and then down this quicker spot. This spot they knew, but it was much faster. Just barely stops in time.
And that's for the deuce. The key shot brought to you by BKT Tires. Growing together. So both teams with stolen points. Ontario leading in their team percentage as well. Epping, that draw weight, finding it 92% on his draws, John Epping. Numbers after 5 brought to you by AGI, equipment and technology, the solutions for agriculture.
The 2020 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. By Tim Hortons, the official coffee of curling Canada. And by Scotties, Canada's #1 tissue.
Ford, wait, right. Lean. Whoa. Clean. Lean. Hard, Matt.
Pretty hard.
Okay. Good.
3 it is.
If you get wide enough, it'll take a lot longer to break.
Hard line. Where are you? Okay, room. You're on. Get it there, go.
Here you go. Here you go.
Yep.
Here you go. You're looking for some Cooey magic. It's right there to the pin. Been given this opportunity, boy. Epping, you don't want to let it go away. Trying to get it over, and does. And there's the 2 for Epping in 9-5 Canada Cups. He has never won. And this one is for a trip to the curling trials for John Epping. And that's a big step forward, and it takes a lot of pressure off you now going forward for John Epping, because we're talking about Beijing, the Olympics of 22, and he gets that first ticket to the trials, which will be held in Saskatoon in December of 21. Now, if John Epping, you can see the Brier winner here, will get a second spot. Now, if Epping should win this Brier, then they would go to the points, the Canadian team ranking system, and right now, Brett Jacobs is leading it, and by quite a margin. So that would be determined at the end of the season. But it's all about steps, taking those that might lead to you wearing the maple leaf at an Olympics. And right now, he has his ticket, John Epping. As we welcome you back on this opening day, opening draw, Tim Hortons Brier from Kingston. Feature match, Ontario against Team Canada. Epping with that 2 to take a 3-2 lead. And it's Team Canada and Kevin Cooey from the Glencoe Curling Club in Calgary that does have the last rock. He has the hammer playing the Yellowstones here in 6. It does take that pressure off, though, doesn't it? And you might lighten up on your Bonspiel season a little bit. You don't need all those points. Don't have to travel as much. More selective, really.
Yeah, you can call your own shots, any spiels you want. Maybe you might even pick later towards the trials ice surfaces that are similar to what you're going to get at the trials.
Better than the freeze. Roll a rock and just through.
You like just through?
Just through.
Ontario's been the better team here so far. That one little hiccup by John when he ticked the guard and didn't move it, cost him a steal. But other than that, they played really solid.
Matt Cam.
Matt doesn't get a lot of credit either. We talk about the veterans all the time and calming John down and all that stuff. Matt's a brilliant hitter. He just looks like he's hitting the broom with that delivery. He's become much better at this soft stuff. Oof. like that.
And just gets it by. Good brush by Ryan Fry. The other thing that you have to understand too is the team player he is, because he was throwing that third stone. And when Ryan Fry became available, they went to Matt and Matt said, hey, we're going to upgrade this team, boy. And we're going to add him. And I'll gladly drop down to the second spot.
Yeah, there can't be an ego there. You need 4 world-class players, and until they quit splitting the check evenly, that's what you have to do. Ooh.
BC with a couple to take a 4-2 lead as they go to the start the second half. And Manitoba and Jason Gunlickson, after giving up 5, scores a couple.
Yeah, the rookie nerves for a gunner there. They're going to be around at the end of the week. They're a very good team, the type of team that can knock off one of these top ranked teams.
Hit it a little. Oh, weight's good. Line's not. Whoa. No, I don't know.
Well, a couple of years ago, he was a wild card win away from getting in as he lost to Mike McEwen in that wild card game. And now McEwen is in again for a second time as the wild card team.
Yeah, I can't.
That last rock by Matt Cam had very little handle. Not quite the desired speed. It just made a left turn in a hurry.
We heard that last night, too, though, at one occasion. And arenas, you need more handle, but maybe on this ice even more so.
Hard man. Hard man.
Getting pretty close.
Hard.
Gotta go.
It's not close. Just can't be setting the ball.
Couldn't get across the nose to get the roll. Now it'll be Ontario looking for it. Yeah, you come here, building's full from the concourse. You look down onto the ice surface. Great building. Seats, as I said, 5,600 for hockey. And the Frontenacs, the home of the Kingston Frontenacs of the Ontario Hockey League, struggling a little bit this year, currently in 9th place, trying to make the playoffs. And their next home game, they're on a 7-game road trip. Their next home game will be March the 13th against the Hamilton Bulldogs. Oh, there you go. Thank you very much.
Can't get shot. No, it's good, bud.
And of course, Cheryl will be with us midweek.
Just roll a shade under. You're not going to get shot.
Well, you don't want to go sliver under, guy, because then
you
he
want
comes
to roll
around
dead
it.
under.
Not saying who had the biggest head there, but Kathy was very diminutive.
The first thing I thought is, why is Russ's head bigger than everybody else's?
And then you figured it out.
Well, yeah.
And he doesn't split the money 4 ways, I can tell you.
Whoa. Yep.
Somebody can get this roll.
Hard.
Yep. And it'll show itself, though, in that hole.
Too good.
That's a good shot.
Could come around. We got to be careful about the hit it low and stuff it and roll.
I know, but hitting that on the nose is good.
Yeah, nose is fine, I think.
Yeah, you can't roll buried without jamming.
How hard?
Kind of wait.
Control normal?
Yeah.
Now
Control,
I know
heavy
that.
control. Heavy control.
Would you ever think of rolling the other way?
Wide side.
Yeah.
You could a little bit,
but it doesn't do you any good, does it? Really? Cooley still has to draw both sides.
He's going to put some pressure on you, yes, with the draw.
Normal almost.
Hair up.
Yeah,
if you can stay there, you can use it yourself.
Lang on the brook, coming through, and drives it by. Very nice.
Mr. Fry looks pretty sharp here. That goes a long way. I don't think Epping can win this Canadian Championship without Fry playing very well. And he just might do that.
Copy.
Sliding a little wide.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Hey, you do you, man.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll make it work.
Top 8.
PJ Neufeld.
Line's good. Top 4. Roll that off.
Heavy. T-line. Back 4.
Okay, put it back here then.
It is. We are.
Just got to bury it.
It's already there.
Don't put it just by.
It's got to bury, Koo.
It's got to slow down, too. You don't want to be third shot here.
Man, I would have thought it was a lot closer.
That's running normal there, eh? That's what Johnny's been throwing this way.
I like it.
Part of reading ice is memory work, and we've been lucky enough to be here for 2 games already. And any draws, Vic, other than that one Cooey just threw, I think it's the only one I've seen. He had to go out wider in the weeds. Everybody's been heavy.
Straight heavy on that.
Yeah, we did too.
Okay.
I think you're running the same speed you threw here, John.
Okay.
Where are we going? Full 4?
Yep, full 4.
It must be difficult, Russ, at times, to convince yourself not to drive, have that leg drive.
Yeah, that's right. And that's a double whammy here because the surface is such a good sliding surface underfoot that you just get to that hog line. You swear they put the hog line in the wrong spot. You're there from muscle memory so much sooner. And that makes it worse when it's quick.
Hard line! Hard for everything. Hard mat! Line's great.
Matt Cam on the right, Brent Lang on the left.
Close. Hard mat, go!
And up behind him, just barking away, John Epping.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
And right around they go.
This Matt Cam is going to need a holiday. He swept everything.
Shoot. How's the triple look, Kev? That's what I like. I love the triple. Nope. Okay, we got to be T-line here, Flash.
Yep. Bury in there, even full, just above the tee.
Okay, Kev.
Ben was looking this way, down onto that one, onto
to
that
7?
one, and they both have to go out. And keep in mind, it's got to miss that rock at the back.
Sliver less.
Not, the odds are slim, and then you might roll out anyway. So this is definitely the right call. Can Kevin make it? Remember, this is a much faster spot than when he came up way light on that wide out turn last end. Kevin needs a good one. You know, it's the old story. If you can make one, you can feel it after that.
Line's
Felt
good.
there to me. Guys, I think you're okay.
Line's
Tee
good.
line. It felt there, Benny.
It's good. Line's good. Close. There. Room. Wait, back, there. Back 4.
No, then.
So throwing just 60% on his draws. And both Hebert and Flash are back right off here.
We polished it pretty good there.
Keep going.
Johnny, shoot.
Nova Scotia and Quebec. And again, Nova Scotia, a little biter too, so they're sitting to 3, and that's what's facing this young Quebec team skipped by Alec Bedard.
Well, and Alex first was trying to corner freeze one of the Nova Scotia stones and just tapped it back. That's that biter that you talked about, Vic, and that allowed an open hit for Jamie Murphy to lie the 3, which he made. Needs the 8-foot. Does Quebec for the single.
Whoa. Sit. Alapapay, boys. Alapaspe. T-line. Whoa, Brad. Whoa.
Nicely done. Gets it to the back 8 and a deep breath.
Why?
I think you just put one in there pretty good. Full 4, half buried behind.
Well, you've thrown it. You've just thrown it,
Yeah.
So you go again.
You could throw a tight guard blocking off that out turn, but does Kevin make that triple? You can't take the chance with a 1-point lead. I think John's going to try to sink another one.
Room! No, there's lines perfect. Close. Room. Line's
Really
great.
close.
Whoa,
Line only.
T-line.
Close, Matty. Yeah.
They're heavy.
Back 4.
Oh.
They really don't want to.
Play it tight, Fry.
Well, it's pretty tight.
Coming down to some backing.
Great shot, John.
Well, it'll start to dig in and finally stop back 8. So he'll face 1, 2 for sure, maybe even a 3rd around the edge with his last, and draw weight has been the problem.
Keep an eye on Epping too. He throws that little bit less rotation, which I think is a great idea if you know you're doing it.
Which one do you like better on mine?
Matties were good, those 2 draws.
He gets that extra finish. Look where that thing went. It got by that top red one by quite a bit, and it's still overburied.
And what must he be thinking right now? Kevin Cooey has to have a piece of the 4-foot. Draw against 2 for sure.
I think you're good, guys. Easy.
Mine's fine.
He just was already saying, boys, settle down here.
Mine's good. No backing. No backing. No
So
backing.
straight cold draw, says BJ Neufeld. No backing.
Here. Should be here. Should be all here.
To the 4.
It's fine.
Back off. Let it settle.
On the button.
Oh, and that is the shot of a champion for sure. Cooey with a single to tie. Throwing the lead stones for the defending champions, Team Canada and Kevin Cooey. Team Canada with that single in 6, and I said to you is in the break, Russ, that was a pressure draw, and for him to respond just shows just his makeup, because he's been struggling.
Yeah, it wasn't even close in the 5th end. Missed heavy in 6 with the first one. Miscommunication 2 or 3 times by the front end. You had to think Cooey wasn't very confident standing over that last one. Really good draw.
Whoa!
Bryn Lang.
Happy. Hair up. Fry.
Big pop. Hard, buddy. You got to go. Come on, Fry. Carve it. Carve it, buddy.
Whoa!
Taking that leading edge.
Whoa!
Trying to carve it over, and does very nice to avoid the jam.
Brent's been one of the best for so long. It's hard to remember how long, by throwing the exact weight that was called by the skip. That looked wide out of his hand, but he threw the exact right speed to hit it time to curl.
No more junior splitting the house.
Normal.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, for the first time, we're seeing some pressure being put on Newfoundland and Labrador by Manitoba.
It's interesting, you know, Brad Gushue made a double on his first, changed the angles, but didn't change what was before he threw, which was lying 1. Jason hit and stuffed it a little bit, so a double here is for 2.
Oh, and he just drives it across the face, so a steal of 1 for Manitoba. And the big grimace from the 2-time champion.
That's straight.
And here again, we're hearing up weight, straight.
Yeah, if we had a nickel for every time the missed shot, and the Comet, it's straight there.
Rip it off, shooter.
I wouldn't have any nickels because you keep them all.
That's right.
That's the problem. Don't share your nickels.
Clean. Clean.
No guesswork here now with the rollout.
Sorry, Johnny, just set it a bit on you, eh?
Yeah, not awful.
Weight
though.
was straight
Yeah, weight
up
was
there.
perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very good. Heavy, if anything, yeah.
Cold flash.
Still heavy.
Now, if your game plan, and it is for Ontario to blanket now that the situation presents itself, don't hang around in this one.
Yep.
A lot of teams will just hit and stay, just assuming the other team will hit it. You might see Cooey draw around it and try to create some type of error.
Each.
On the button.
4 more appeals, which is probably the easiest shot out here with the very accurate straight hitting rocks that you just have to make this peel go away 4 times, and you've got a huge advantage, Ontario.
Again, looking at that 8,
Guys,
that all-important 8,
all
and
here.
having the last rock
Lots of
there.
So find a spot if you're Kevin Cooey on Epping's last one. Maybe he gets a hair tight on the in turn, so find a swingy spot, or maybe he flares the out turn a hair and try to get him on a straight spot.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
Pretty straight here.
Yep. Yep. Clean. Yep.
For somebody who is not as competitive as this, more the recreational or club curler, 7th is just another end. If I'm going to score points, I'm taking them, right? It does seem a little difficult to think that even at this level they would give an end away just for that last rock in 8.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but in this case, if the score stays like this, playing the 10th end, Ontario's got like an 80-85% chance of winning the game. So they're not going to make any moves. It's up to Ontario or up to Cooey.
You like the chip shot in 8 or?
Little less.
Clean, 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 clean. Yep. Clean.
Throwing just a 69% game at the moment. Boy, what a run last year. To win his 4th title, Kevin Cooey goes through the pool play championship round as well. Then the winner over Jacobs, and then over Brendan Botcher, who loses for the 2nd straight year. To win a 4th title, and now trying to win a 5th as he sits there with Randy Ferbey, Kevin Martin, and the legendary Ernie Richardson all at 4.
Incredible. And to lose this one would feel like he's lost his first 4 after last year's performance.
Same weight.
Whoa. Clean. Whoa. Whoa.
The key too, as we said at the Scotties, and we've seen now, this being the 3rd year of this pool system, you try to manage your losses. And if you can get through undefeated as he did, oh, that's great. Not many do. But you take your record with you when you cross over. So if you can get to that championship round with 1 or 2, to be quite honest with you, I'll be interested to see with the teams that advance and how many they take. Because the field looks that good. Right. There's going to be a number of teams advance with several losses. This Epping plays his last year looking for that blank, and he'll get it. So that all-important last rock, the hammer, goes with Ontario and Epping to the 8th. Full house on this opening day. First draw of the Tim Hortons Brier in Kingston at Leon Center. So here we go. Now let's see if it pays off for Ontario. You play for the blank to take the hammer to the 8th, the last rock. Ontario playing the Redstones. Good game for both the leads, Brent Lang and Ben Hebert.
A little more for sure, Fly. A little wider. Top 8. On its own. Top 4 almost.
So you're John Epping.
Just gotta hope.
Russ, yeah, and do you go all out here, or do you have to be careful not to be reckless and maybe get, because as you have said before, quite often as you go so hard to get your points, you end up giving up a bunch.
Right, or even get forced. Cooey be happy with that too. If you get Ontario down to a single and maybe Cooey blanks and gets 2 coming home or gets 2 and 9. Yeah, you do have to be careful. But at this level, against teams like this, if you don't take some type of risk at some point, you're not going to get an error. There was the error by Ontario, actually queued up this red double here.
For Colton Flash.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
These are so easy.
Yep.
When it's this straight.
Yes! Hard beach. Whoa. Whoa.
PJ Neufeld. And away they go. And then he leaves that corner frozen. So a little stagger now in the top of the 8-foot.
Yeah, nice little roll here. Now there's to the point, Vic, you might have been passing John Go really hard for the 2, as we just mentioned. They're going to play the safe shot here. Not that this is a gimme, but
Hard fight.
you might get all 3 if you get it right.
No, and he's going to get 1.
Hard langer.
Oh, he's going to get it 2. Yes, he will. But look at where the shooter ends up, and then one of the squirted stones is almost underneath.
Yeah, not good. It overcurled by a couple inches. Bad slide by Matt there. He drifted to his left and didn't quite compensate enough.
Sorry, boys. It's okay.
Gotta think they're gonna go.
Not much to choose between the 2 of them either, Flash and Cam.
Yeah, they're small rings if he changes gears now.
I think he'll.
Still lots of rocks left.
Ideally,
where do you want the guard?
Guarding the red, I think.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
You gotta
guard the yellow.
No, you can't leave him as run.
No. I'm thinking he's guard the yellow rock.
Yeah.
I just hate that. There's probably a split on a red, possibly, if he.
No.
Okay.
Not on the
It
outside.
doesn't matter. He'd be dead buried still, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, you could peel, but try and make something happen.
Let's go. Yeah.
I'm worried about. In fact, John Epping, if he does now change gears, try to blank and then get at another blank, as we'll update Newfoundland and Labrador against Manitoba. And again, that pressure. What's going on here? After giving up a steal of 5 points to start, it's a different Gunlickson.
It is a little bit, but it's also been Brad Gushue that's led him into this game. Brad buried on his first one. That's the red stone. Jason went around on his second. So he's trying to make the double here for 4, but it is a buried stone.
Not real hard, Mark.
Try to land on the brush, angle it back, and we'll spill it a little bit more. And 1, 2, and now they'll have a look for 3.
Don't move that.
Nicely done.
That's pretty good. That stone not available to him visually from the hack at all.
He just missed the out-turn double last hand, and a good recovery.
Okay. Just trying to make the double peel, aren't we? I think you're trying nose, but no. What are we doing? Double peel. Yeah.
Okay. Air low, I think he wants me to do.
You don't want to go after this and leave 2 center guards. You don't want to try and get this? I don't really care. So. You're going to leave 2 guards maybe if you do that. But we'll have 2 corners. Okay, well, okay. Perfect. Yeah, okay.
Air low.
He's got faith.
Sounds good. 3/4 low, looks like.
No, he's thinking 7/8.
Yeah. Okay, Matty, let's go.
3/4, yeah.
He's
hit the broom.
Run back. You got to be on the same page here for the brushing calls by the thrower and the skip holding the broom here. Langer brings up a good point. You don't want to stuff it and leave a couple center guards.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
Shooter. Shooter.
And he does get it off the button. Does leave a center line guard that belongs to Ontario, and then a wide corner belonging to Team Canada. Another update: Quebec and Nova Scotia, and it appears it is Nova Scotia sitting the shot rock top of the 8-foot.
Well, that stone, a lovely hit and roll by Nova Scotia third Paul Fleming through a port on his stone. When Alec Bellard sat in the hack, he faced 2. He got rid of 1, and so this is a draw for 2. Needs full 8-foot.
Nova Scotia, champions out of the Mayflower Curling Club in Halifax. Nova Scotia with 3 wins in the Canadian Men's Championship. The last, Mark Dacey, back in 2004.
Good job.
And Paul Fleming complimenting the front end of Scott Zachary and Philip Crowell. They lead at 6-2.
Make the roll.
Where you want to go under?
What do you like, under or far?
Hack. Okay. Hack.
Yeah.
Pretty good
We're
attempt.
going my way?
No.
Under?
It's virtually wide open, over curled.
That center guard for Ontario basically changes any idea of getting out of this.
Whoa.
Yes.
Hack.
Heavy or
Yep. Whoa.
Hack. Hair up.
Matt.
Squeak it. Now, can you get across the nose a little bit? No.
Good shot, Ryan.
That was a hair up.
He
Good
had the
call.
right weight. He was good.
Good call.
Sweet. Shot. I was letting him call that. He was a little more aggressive than I would have been.
98% on the hits, and he
Little
just
heavy,
made a very nice
just
one
a
there.
pinch, buddy.
Weight's good. Clean.
Yep.
Whoa. Hair heavy.
Yes.
Whoa.
Whoa, whoa.
Flash. Flash. Hard. Hard. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
And again, right to the nose. There's just not enough
nice
room
weight,
to get
Beach.
any
Attaboy.
curl once you get by that guard?
Well, at this point, you don't want to wreck either. You know, it's especially without hammer.
Same way.
Yeah, same way.
Okay.
Maybe this
Same
time.
ice.
I think they're thinking open side, but the problem now is it getting so high. If you roll perfectly buried, it's another guard for Cooey with this beautiful curl.
Whoa. Matt. No. Yep.
Weight's good, John.
Hard. Hard.
Hard leg.
Trying to hold the line now
Hard. All you got, Matty. All you
on
got.
that brush. And now, yeah, they'll roll it away by maybe a quarter stone.
I curled more. It's a good spot.
Yeah.
Definitely wider.
Yeah, you got the same weight.
Yeah. Weight's
Drawing around if you do.
Right, if you do here, he's for sure going around. Probably the best is to roll to here.
See, there's to your point. Exactly. huh? So if they go behind, you know that he's saying Epping's going to go right around.
I think he will for sure.
Yeah, and if you have to draw around,
I can chase, yeah.
you're going to be able to chase, or if he puts it here,
I
you're
like
going to be able
that.
to go around.
Solid, easy.
That was definitely ain't bad.
The other thing is that I'm seeing
I mean, even nose is probably fine. Yeah.
if you do roll away,
Because he rolls here, then we're
as
going
as
around.
Cooey has
Okay.
talked about chasing,
We
you roll
don't
away,
like,
then you've got path on both sides.
Yes, yes.
Board.
It's an interesting
Easy.
situation because I'm not sure John will try for his two. You mentioned a good point earlier. Do you go
What are you throwing?
throw caution to the wind and try to get your two? If you get forced to one here, it's an advantage for Canada.
Sliver left.
I think I wouldn't be afraid to blank this if I'm John Epping at this point.
Will he get the chance?
Right. I
Weight's good.
think they're going to roll wide open here.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Looks like a woe to me
Whoa.
spot.
Clean.
Clean.
Curls here.
Whoa.
Yep.
Just a little bit.
Yep.
Yep, hard,
Cold
hard.
flash.
We're rolling away a bit.
Now they're going to leave
Good
it
luck,
right there.
though.
They said they wouldn't be upset with a nose hit.
Okay, good.
That was my thought, but whatever you like.
If he chases, yeah.
Territories and BC blank
I guess he's either going to
7,
have
so they go to the 8th in a 4-4 tie.
I think you try and roll buried. He makes this, I chase him for 2. If
That's
not,
the
if
only
he throws
thing.
a top 8, I draw for 1, right?
Okay, yep.
This.
Yeah.
Type of weight?
Control? Yeah.
Problem with nose, you can't ever roll a little bit because then he plays the draw and then you got to play a runner, which only
I mean,
gets
if he
you one.
makes it good that I can't chase, it has to be top 8, which means I can throw a draw for 1.
Yeah.
And then if
No, I like it.
I think.
Okay, so we're rolling
going big roll?
way
Yeah, I
big.
think we go big roll and
Okay, buddy.
How hard?
control.
You know, we've
Stay here
talked
more.
before about the relationship front ends, rest of the team. You said these are 4 very knowledgeable curlers.
Whoa.
And there is a lot of input, but sometimes even they have to get out of Epping's way.
Well, you can certainly run yourself out of time at the very least.
Roll a little.
Trouble.
No, that's good.
It's terrible. It's not great.
It's horrible. He gets a free.
You can just roll in.
There's no, I mean, he can't even hit that though.
Blank, maybe.
Blank or the runner
He's
for
playing
2.
it for the blank.
Can I can't stick it though.
You can't nose it, but if you roll left, it'll go in the rings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you see the difference there. in the numbers, and it is
I went to here.
Kevin Cooey's draw weight, 61%, as they call time. The player numbers are brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
Is there a hole there, though? I would say there probably is.
Timeout been called by Team Canada.
If you were right here.
You normally hit that, Vic, but why not draw?
I mean, even if you were here, he still might be able to do this.
Well, I think with our 7 rock, we can get pretty much buried around this, no?
Oh, you
can probably get it to here almost, can't you? Then that's definitely not for 2.
I mean, it's a pretty good opportunity.
About as good a chance as we're probably going to get.
And then we have to take
I'm with you.
Try to get as much around this one as possible.
The fact that the red one's not in the rings, Vic, makes all the difference. Fully in, I should say. So if the run back's made, if you bury this, John makes the run back sticks it. He only scores 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, back 4, you could definitely over curl, I think, and maybe even a chase. I think you're trying to put it. I think you're trying to put it.
I mean, we know this spot too.
Right? I don't mind this. I mean, I like it. I mean, hey, hit and roll. I mean, blank's not the end of the world here either.
If he makes the blank,
I know.
it's at
We
least
keep it alive. We can still get the force by rolling here. Whatever. I'm happy with this spot too. It's
I like
pretty
this
nice.
as long as we don't think this is here.
Sounds like Ben's happy now. I wonder if Kevin's happy. That would be the guy I'd be worrying about here. He's the one that has to throw it.
But that's if the rock is.
Well, if we ever steal.
That's if the rock is here, yeah.
I mean, let's put steal in play.
Yeah. I mean, you could go here. Right?
Yeah, I think this is the best spot for it right there.
Now you want to line up the rock that's in the rings and this one. If this under curls, for instance, John could maybe stick it and roll in. If it over curls, he can definitely stick it and roll in.
No more. Throw T-line, too.
Side of the back of the button.
We know he's only throwing 61%
no, that's perfect
on his draws.
Yeah, that's good.
Throw it.
Yet here he goes to play a draw.
Well, they have to force the issue. They're the team that's down. And he made this one, don't forget. He was a hair heavy on his first one in the 6th, and then he made a beauty, or in the 4th, I guess it was, and then he made a beauty next time.
Weight's really
Clean.
good.
I like that out of his hand. Weight's really good, they say.
Line's good.
Hard line.
Line's good.
Line's good.
Through.
Gotta go.
So now they got to go.
Wait only.
Line's good.
T-line flash.
Let it curl.
Come in.
Flash. Back button.
Easy. Not back button. Not back button. Not back button. Top button. Yep. Yep.
Not the back.
Yep. Yes. Hard.
The top. And around he goes.
It's pretty special.
Yeah.
That's mine, Benny.
I got a piss.
So do I.
Now, John could, first of all, he's got to make this run back. He's going to try to make it for the blank. If it over curls, he could make it and roll in and not get the blank.
Right. So basically on the nose.
Yeah, maybe a fraction high side.
Final stone would love to get the blanket in this 3-3 tie. Right now it's a stolen point for Cooey in Canada. Lang staying with it. Fry with the line call, and they'll stuff it right there, and so they are forced to the single. So the gamble doesn't pay off. Last rock in 8th. They forced to take one. Brent Lang throwing the lead stones for Team Ontario. Skipped by John Epping out of the Least Side Curling Club in Toronto. Tried the run back for the blank, stuffed it, and so they're forced to the single. 4-3 they lead. We go to 9. And Team Canada will once again have last rock. They have the hammer playing the yellow stone.
Like that? All day. Or the freeze the
Quebec
pocket.
and no. Final stone, Quebec, Alec Bedard.
And it hasn't been misses by Quebec in the sense of wide open hits. They've been trying to generate some offense by using the stones, but Nova Scotia doing a great job at removing them on his final Jamie hit to life 4, but he also rolled a little bit in front of shot stone. And that is why Quebec is electing to draw, needs full 4.
Hard line, let's go. Hard line, hard. Let's go, boys. Let's go. T-line. This one away. This one away. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
And you can tell that the crowd here has gotten behind this young team from Quebec. As mentioned, from 3 different clubs, all in the Montreal area, the Lacolle, the Boucherville, and the Glenmore clubs. All of them are students.
What, has he got a third?
Oh, a single there.
Got a quarter.
Got a quarter.
Keeping you busy. Newfoundland and Labrador up by 5 and sitting the 2, and that's what's facing Manitoba and Jason Gunlickson.
Well, on his first one, he made as perfect of a freeze as he could on top of that shot stone, but some space, and Gushue able to pick it out, so needs a nose hit now against 2.
You got it. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Good luck.
To pick up 1.
I don't mind the intern.
Buddy, good luck.
Yeah, well, that'll be it. As Gunlickson will throw out the hand, and it's an opening draw win for the 2-time champion Newfoundland and Labrador and Brad Gushue.
You guys play good. Hopefully I'll show up next game.
In his 17th appearance, Gushue.
If you ever got inside, it's amazing on this. Yeah, it's hard, but
It looks
hard.
like a goal. Okay.
If you rub, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
I'm easy. Whatever your call, John.
BC has picked up 1
both are
to take the
both
lead
are
on the
equally as
territories
difficult.
as they play in 9.
Like if you peel it, I guess it's hard to peel it and not touch it.
Yeah.
Peeling the guard's not that bad.
I think I can make it.
Okay, let's play the double.
What do you? Yeah.
Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah, I like this.
Tough, but probably the best result to make that yellow double go away. Cooey with hammer here. You don't want to leave too many yellows. Tough shot, though, for Cam.
Okay, Matty.
This is where the strategy is going to change a little bit as the week goes along, and the athletes realize this is a little easier than in some clubs.
Yeah.
Real hard.
Whoa.
Real hard.
Yeah. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Hard.
Get him.
Surgical.
Boy, Matty. Shot, buddy.
Part of strategy too, Vic, is the guy in the hack. You know, and Matt's been known for years as one of the best upweight hitters in the game. The surface allows you to make those shots. That was the right call.
Whoa.
Clean. Penny. Penny.
Penny. Hard bend. Shot, Golden.
Oh, there we are. Look at that. Look at that's the old Hugh. The old TSN logo. You with hair and a mustache. That was Once Upon a Time. And you can see the hit Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt in his Oscar-winning role. It streams Friday, March the 27th, only on Crave. Subscribe now at crave.ca.
So I'm a segue for the Oscars, is what you're trying to say.
So you're an award winner. We don't know what award, but we'll give you something.
That's yours.
I know it's easy. Just settle in.
Not what they wanted there.
Hitting much of it.
Team Epping,
Sorry, guys.
just a simple roll out there.
Did he know that was the cutter coming or no?
Well, I didn't think it was gonna.
Another good point by Lang, and how all these little things that add up to big things. He turned to Cam and said, did the skip know this was the cutter coming? The skip has to call the shot. If he doesn't know what rock's coming down,
We've called board,
how do you call the line?
Well, you hit a third and they both went out of play. So no, it wasn't that.
Just sharp snap. Shouldn't have done that there. Good
shot.
Ripping everything. Yeah.
Hey, for Cooey and Team Canada, you're liking this, I suspect.
Yes, it's the first time in about an hour and a half
Clean.
they've had a glimpse of hope here. Come away with a 2. He did that in his last Brier game, Vic, to beat Brendan Botcher to win the whole thing.
We're going to go the other turn? Okay. Uh, 4 feet less.
Such a big game for both these teams. They both have sights set on the final 4. Got to get through the championship round first, but you know, whoever loses this game, it's that one notch that could hurt you.
Yep, yep. Hard. Hard, Manny. Hard. You got to sweep it. Shot. Foot each.
Well, we couldn't come up with 2 better games to start, I don't think. When you've got Brad Jacobs against Brendan Botcher tonight, when we join you again for Draw 2, both these teams are in Group B. Remembering, of course, the 2 groups of 8, short 7-game round robin. And then the top 4 will advance to the championship round for 2 days, Thursday and Friday. And the key, of course, is you cross over, but you take your record from this pool play with you.
Shot, John.
Shot, John.
Go, John.
Would you, well, I probably know this myself, but would you ever be teased when they throw up that center to go yourself?
You really could. You really could in a situation, but it's so tight. John's so good. He's probably making the run back, but stranger things have happened.
Queen.
You just wouldn't want to go be back button or something and have Ontario freeze. Some people would rather have hammer. Most people.
Throw the out turn to the wing.
Some wouldn't. Depends on your team results. Some teams are better at stealing.
I said before, Coach John Dunn said Kevin is in his Brier bubble. He's gotten quiet. And,
Line's good.
he said that's when we just leave him alone.
Right to here.
I think we're all there.
Not very close.
Yeah. You're there. It's not stopping short of the house.
No.
Sit.
Shot, John.
Shot, John.
Those feel easier now with having those 2.
What's that, buddy?
Those 2 rocks feel easier now with speed.
Yeah.
Langer, I think Langer, your second one's straighter, eh?
The 7's just starting to curl now.
Now, okay.
His first one.
Because
the ice is sliding a little bit, and
Yeah.
the 7's grabbing way more. Yeah, it's not close.
Another great point brought by Lang. Just because you've got a cutter in practice doesn't mean you have one 3 hours later. Once the pebble wears off, it can change a little bit.
Whoa.
Yeah, no deuces so far for him. And my goodness, you have to go all the way back to 2017 in the Brier, to the last time he played a game and didn't score a deuce. Well, he'll need a deuce. He needs to score 2 in 10 for the win. And Team Canada and Cooey will have last rock.
The 2020 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by AGI, West Steel, Westfield, Batco, Nico, SureTrack, and more. We are AGI.
As we welcome you back, keeping our eyes on all the games, as Kathy is talking about Jim Cotter and Steve Laycock. BC on the ice against the Territories. Quebec playing Nova Scotia. We already have one final, a win by Newfoundland and Labrador over Manitoba. But our feature, of course, is Ontario against Team Canada. Ontario leading by 1 and over Team Canada 4-3, but it is the defending champion, Kevin Cooey. It does have last rock. He has the hammer playing the Yellowstone.
Mine's good. Mine's good. Just fully. We are. Roll that on.
Oh, we're topping the board.
No.
Whoa.
No, baby.
Shot Ben.
Good one, boys. Good sweep.
Bit of a panic there, but that's just about exactly what the doctor ordered. Buried in front of the tee line.
I don't. Oh, then they're going to go out turn again. I think make them switch turns. Well, I think just to the yellow.
Do you want your 3 or you want this? I think this one. What
Whatever,
do you think?
get it in there. Yeah.
So running the same guys?
Yeah, it's real similar, Matt. It's no faster, but it's in the hunt.
Easy, easy.
Yeah, I agree.
Really?
That's what I saw, but I thought it was
easy.
Line's good.
Line's gonna be good.
Line's good. Line's great. Yep.
Top button.
Yep.
Top 4.
Yep.
Gotta go,
It's
everything.
gone. It's really curling.
It's
That's
gone.
okay.
Keep going.
Keep going. Oh, he keeps switching the order on me.
Hard fry. Go.
You got to tell them when it's coming, Matt.
I didn't. I thought you saw the second.
Top 8. Yep.
Well, BC
I think we have to.
has added a blank. There's been a blank scored in 9, so 5-4 BC
Top 12.
leads it, and it's
Get
the
like half
Territories
under, just so we
and
can't
Jamie
double.
Cooey who have last rock coming home.
Yeah. Even fully under zone. Let's go. Flash, exactly right.
Well, no,
Bury
it's
He's going here, right? If you go over curl, but
yeah.
You lock it on a third of this is really good.
Yeah, top 12.
Okay, let's do it. Speed's good here, Flash. Get out to it.
A little mistake there by Matt Cam. He threw one of his 2 rocks, but threw them in a different order. John miscalled the brushing a little bit because he didn't realize it was the cutter coming down. You have to let your team know.
Line only.
How heavy?
Came up a hair light, over curled a hair.
How heavy?
Top 8.
Clean it.
Still too much.
Whoa, then
Room.
up.
Got to work. It's coming down though. Room. It's coming down. Please come down.
Not much handle, it should.
Don't bounce.
Sit.
Don't bounce.
Okay, good. That works.
Not bad.
Okay.
Top open.
Something real similar, Matty, I
It's
think.
all cat and mouse here now. I'm gonna
Yeah.
freeze to the red one so you can raise it. But Cooey's got him on the other side with that yellow raise.
Hard. Real close. Hard. Too hard. Easy.
Yep.
T-line.
Whoa.
Easy. T-line. Back
Close.
4. Back 4.
Whoa.
T-line.
Go ahead, Fry. Go ahead, bud. Come on. Come on.
Helping it over Ryan Fry. And still leaves the Team Canada sitting the shot stone. Center line, top 4.
Back line. Yeah. It's our only
Yeah,
shot.
I think
You got to roll in there.
Just through the house. Wait.
Yeah, you definitely.
Yeah. It does curl in the spot.
Pretty gradual
Back
here.
Get the
line.
weight right, Flash.
Yeah, just through.
Hey, get the weight right, okay?
Back line, it'll be good.
Just want to roll to there, and then they've got both angles, yellow on the in-turn side, yellow on the out-turn side to remove that last remaining red. Good situation for Cooey here, if he rolls. A lot of these have been hanging, Vic, with that pound extra weight.
Hack! A little heavy. Close.
Golden Flash. Boy, and now the communication all important as the crowd starts to roar here at the Leon Center. 3 games remain on the ice.
Each.
And over on top, and enough to push it through, yes.
Can't hear anything. Good job. Well, I don't see a run back being very good.
I don't think so either.
Try and nut this. Yeah.
And all the noise is about this game, Kathy. Quebec and Nova Scotia as they play in 9, and Quebec is sitting the 1. And the final stone to be played by Halifax, Nova Scotia's Jamie Murphy.
And that roar you heard was for Alec Bedard after he made that lovely draw. That is a shot stone for Jamie, trying to hit what he can see, which is about half of his own onto the red to remove it for 4 or maybe 5.
Got it by first. Oh, and that will be for 1, 2, 3, and 4, and handshakes. And a win for Nova Scotia. Yeah, good start indeed for Murphy, who won a record, a Nova Scotia record 6th tankard, the most ever.
Whoa! Whoa!
Oh, and after they all settle, now you've got an extra corner, and you've got shot rock belonging to Ontario.
Yeah, but Cooey's got what he wants to.
Looks like you guys. Good throw, man. So close.
Throw, Fry.
Nah, hard one to call.
That was a hard read.
Nose is a triple.
No, yeah, this kicks right to there.
Yeah. We hit this one?
I thought it was hit and roll.
Hit and roll?
To the bottom. I mean, he can make this.
He can make this.
He can make this double, but he probably spins out of the house, and then we're rolling behind these.
He makes it touching this first. You're saying?
Yeah, he makes it touching this one first.
Is
it there?
Come in and just. If we nose this, what does he do? I don't like moving this rock. This one's juicy for us.
No, I don't.
He probably goes around everything if we knows that.
Which it's got to be.
He's got to be pretty good.
Then we're playing.
We'd do something like this.
Yeah, so I don't mind nosing that.
I don't mind either.
I don't think you definitely don't want to roll here. I don't.
No, rolling. No, I don't think so.
Then there might be a triple.
I mean, he might play the hit and roll. Same thing. We got juicy options there.
Pretty good there.
Yeah.
No point screwing it up. Yeah.
Okay, well then just nose that.
It is.
Okay.
Which double, sorry?
Hair the guard?
Yeah, to make that one first? Yeah, sure is.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, sure is.
That's a tough double to hit that yellow that's buried with peel weight. As thin as you can, make the other yellow go.
Kick it to here, you got that. You got that.
I think I like
this.
I don't know.
I like it.
I mean, it's either that or you hit and roll off the.
Right on the nose.
What do you like in here?
It's perfect. That nose beach.
I like easy weight or just board. I like easy.
On the nose. Straight spot here, Beach.
Managed Team Canada here. You've got that red one goes with either of the yellows.
A clean shaven.
No, we're control.
BJ
Clean
Neufeld.
Yep.
Hard.
Gotta go.
Hard.
Gotta go.
Really hard.
Hard.
Flash. Hebert with a little helping brush.
Yep.
And right on the nose.
What?
I don't know. Make that double?
No, they're going to have a simple deuce. I think
That's what we were thinking.
Get it back there now and kind of try and make them hit this. You're never killing those.
Not killing that.
No.
I think that's a shot.
Barely.
I think we need back 4, bud.
Move this one and stay here, but then they might come off in line 3 right now.
I think we got to be back 4.
Yeah.
Okay. We don't. This is no good.
Okay.
I think we want to be in this area here.
I think
like
that's
probably the shot.
I'm with you. I ran pretty good here, Langer.
You want to bury it. Normally you want to be in front of the tee line, but that just cues everything up to kick those out of there. So they've got to be really careful where they stop this red one. Maybe back into that area would be ideal if possible. Then this angle doesn't happen. But it's got to be like perfect, Vic. You want to be set. You have to be second shot.
And there's enough room through the two yellows.
Yeah, they're framed pretty nicely. I think the wide one shouldn't be an issue.
If it doesn't touch this.
Brian Fry.
A little bit early if you can.
Weight's good.
A little bit early. Yeah, you got to go.
99%
Hard
today.
line.
And interestingly enough,
Hard line.
with Northern Ontario,
Hard line.
curling
Gotta go.
100% against the province he's representing now. So big carry here for Lang and Cam and get it blind. Ooh, and it'll just rub off. And sit for second shot.
Oh.
Just that much narrow.
Oh, this will
Probably not, eh?
This will be
a little light, eh? A little
Yeah.
light. Yeah. 2 feet more weight, you're good.
Well, boys, what happens if we hit this? What happens if we hit this one right now? Leave this in the open.
This is wide open.
This is wide open if we hit this one right now.
Where's this going? That's going under.
Where do you go with your shooter, though? Because you got to go this way.
No. You're trying to do something like that.
Right.
It's got to be precise. If this spins out to here, he's playing a hit and roll back in here, but you'll have
I think they're both pretty similar. I think this is the best shot.
I don't.
The only thing is this is wide open right now. We can always.
And you always got something
need two shots to open this side up, right?
Okay. Okay.
I move this.
So what kind of weight and where do you want to hit it?
I think you want to hit it
Board on the nose?
dead nose with Hack.
I'm scared Hack is going to stagger it if I'm at all high.
I think you need board.
Well,
what do you want to throw?
High is horrid.
My first thought was to throw board.
Okay, well, that's coming out to here on the nose.
Half buried. He's going to have a roll off of it.
If you nose that with board, it's getting to here at least.
Guys, more than anything, we can't leave him a triple. That's the most important thing. That's why I think we need board.
It's a nose hit.
Checking the time over his shoulder, and timeout's being called.
I'm with you being in a, like, what we want to do the same thing. Maybe just.
What are you worried about now if you stagger it?
That's what I said. Stagger's not.
So that's their second, and that will bring Ted Appleman to the ice.
He has no way in there.
Not if it's like this.
If he knows this red one, what's he do?
Which one?
This one right here. Yeah, what if he knows that? What's he do?
He comes in off it, bumps this to here.
If you nose it, it's very hard.
No in off, right? And he can't play off of this one.
He might get to the point where he's thinking of guarding this hole.
Oh, you're
We've
gonna
always
have,
got that.
You're gonna have an in. You're gonna have shots. I think I
Can
like
you nose the one?
Yeah, I like the nose. Just a heavy hack.
I don't disagree though. Like with that one, you can screw it up.
Okay.
Right. I mean, it's if you can be really close and. But is it bad if we stagger these now? He might do something like this.
I mean, it could stagger really good for us too.
Yeah, like if this staggers to there and.
We just can't leave him a triple.
And how's that? How's that triple?
I'm just saying, you just can't leave him a triple.
I don't think it's brutal to bump that.
That's why, I mean, if you ever thought you hit low and you hooked this, then it goes on.
So if you nose this.
Yeah, it goes on to there.
If you nose this, I think he probably noses this again.
I think this is the play.
Okay.
Yeah, I do like this.
I don't think that's a bad
So you're
option
trying to
either.
nose that or roll them both away?
I think we're trying to nose it and roll the
That's what
one.
Ted threw up as an
Hopefully
option.
edge on edge with my shooter, right?
I think
Hack.
nose.
Hack. Yeah.
I think hack is the weight.
Okay, hack weight.
Boy, a lot of input there. You often talk about where you leave the cue ball, and it's where this shooter is going to roll to, correct?
Right, and it could work, but Ted's was a little simpler. Hit it dead on or maybe a little on the inside, and John's got to tap them around and make sure they're staggered or they're done.
So since 2015, when Team Canada was added to the format, never lost an opener, but trailing right now 4-3 with last rock here in 10.
Keep going. Keep going.
Good spot.
That's about exactly what he thought, right? He thought it would just squirt to that top 8 area.
Good one, B.
Yeah, I think that's
Is there a hole between there or no?
Yeah, very tight.
Here. Trevor, hit and roll and try and push this.
Is this crazy? Double.
I was looking at that.
No.
That's what I was.
Is it crazy to
seeing.
make the triple?
Triple's hard, Johnny, but I like it.
Double and roll's better. Just roll kind of half open.
Yeah, you want to
there.
roll like right here.
I think that's probably your shot.
That's the call.
That's your shot.
Just can't touch this one. I don't.
And I could throw peel.
Yeah.
You can.
That
but
double's
what's the best
important
result?
than rolling here.
We
That's
don't
your
touch,
best result.
do we
John.
touch this? Probably not, eh?
What?
Probably
Think
can't
you
touch
can.
that.
I think you're hitting the guard to touch that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you're missing this dub.
Yeah. I kind of like peel.
I like it, John.
So what are we going? 3/4?
Double's key, but if you ever roll to something like that, Vic,
Then I'll have
even if it doesn't guard the red one, these two rocks
Or draw.
I should have a gimme triple.
will now be
Not a gimme,
staggered
but, you know,
enough that John maybe can draw down with his very last one into a spot there's no raise.
Aiming for
I
3/4.
think that's the best way to get out of this
I think
mess.
7/8.
I don't think I'd rather see him throw normal and just
It's
roll
not
half.
there from here.
I think Langer's right here too. You don't have to throw a rock in here.
He's going to nose that till I
Then he did come around.
Is there room on that outside side? I don't know if there is.
Oh, good.
Heel kind of.
7/8.
Let's go, Johnny.
Skip Stones. You're in 10.
Whoa, whoa. Tried to hook it.
Whoa. Yep, yep, yes! Hard! Hot, whoa!
Cam. And rolls it over, and maybe a little more than they initially thought.
At least it leaves me the intern's wrong.
If they'd thrown it lighter, it would have been perfect.
Yeah, we nutted the back.
Really
Did.
nuts.
Yeah, it did.
Oh,
it's
bad,
oh.
bad luck.
I think so.
Stop there. Still a good shot.
Stop there, then they're hooked.
Yeah, they're hooked, and John goes right around it. Kevin knows it.
Didn't see the jam.
The double's for sure there.
It's tough, man.
Well,
it's a
John Epping
millimeter
just
high.
said that
Yep, we
little
gotta play,
biter
Coop.
back here, jam possibility.
Yes.
Don't know if it helps you if you
good shot,
catch
too.
back there, but
Any kind of
Ontario
chin
sees
work.
something.
Shot two.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd like just firm.
Does
then.
he have
I'll
off
throw
his
the
own then
7.
in there? Won't leave a double right back? No.
I mean,
I
the
think
7.
Kevin's going to try this double, but the problem with these is when that yellow rock comes in and tries to hit the right side of this red one, you can hit the wrong one first, and then that yellow would then kick across like this and maybe not take out either red.
Should run right where you throw it.
Pretty precise here. And dead on, I think, misses it, Vic. It's a shade high side.
Whoa, whoa. Yep.
No!
No, bend hard.
No!
Hard bend.
Uh-oh.
Called right off. Look out.
That's exactly what happened. That was a way harder shot than it looked.
Jesus.
The yellow one got in the way.
It's just, you got to go wide. You got to be here.
Here?
I can't get there.
What?
I can't get there.
Going like that.
Like,
Yeah, you just draw
there.
it in there.
what does that do?
It's not bad, John.
Yeah, it's great if I make it.
What's
Even if you
we're probably not gonna. What if he peeled a? We peeled a 3. What's his shot? That
He
chases
can
there?
hit this.
Yeah.
Normal.
He's got this
Do you
one.
ever-
He's got this back here.
Do you ever
Yeah,
play
he's
the
got it
split
in.
on the one in the top 4?
Well, what happens, Maddie, my worry is, I like that, but
Yeah,
my
if you
worry
roll
is
too
I roll
far-
here, I kind of leave him that natural.
We can go here too.
Straight draw
not
back
even a-
4?
no.
Well, you
that?
do have a little bit of a
This whole
stagger, don't you?
Oh, man.
To
No,
get
I play
behind.
the inside
Yes.
of here.
And do you
Oh.
think, can you make this?
I like going back
Yeah,
4,
we're
back
fading
8.
away, and if it overcurls
Sit
to
3.
here,
He has an
I
easy
understand.
double.
I think you're trying to freeze there. I think we're freezing
I
there.
like that.
Let's make it.
Okay, boys, make it.
I really do. You seeing that, Langer?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I think so.
I don't know what else you do.
We saw mine.
Lots of time.
He's trying to go in there. You could also come down with this turn, and you could put it maybe in that type of area. I don't see any triple there. As long as you're closer than that top yellow.
Timeout.
It's just how do you get there with those guards, Vic? With that red guard.
So now I'm calling out John Morris to use their second.
You liking that right there?
He's got the triple, guys.
I don't if he does there.
What if we bump it a half a rock?
Yeah, then he does. Or if we stop.
I still think you're okay because it's got.
That one's high enough.
I agree. I think you get. It's obviously better than being a little short, right?
Oh, but you gotta be.
Yeah, I can't leave it
like
double.
that. You like that over fading it out to here?
I just don't think I.
More options here.
That's really hard for me.
I like the. I like the.
For you, that's makeable. For me, that's not.
I like your shot, John.
That's the shot.
I think that's the shot, guys.
All right, let's make it, bud.
Yeah.
His worry is leaving a triple.
Yes. And then, unfortunately for John, you really can't get by that red corner guard on the Tim Horton Cup and draw for 3.
You still like the draw to the back four, though, don't you?
Well, if there's room, John's saying there isn't with his. Remember, I talked about his lack of rotation. That port between that red guard and the yellow is too small for him. Somebody else could make it, but good awareness here. But this has to be perfect, or there's a triple.
You gotta go coast to coast.
Right on the corner and going coast to coast. You heard Matt.
Line's
Cam
plenty of
say.
room.
Coast to coast.
Line's good.
For the weight.
Whoa!
Here they go.
Top 8.
Right to the corner.
Hard.
Take it all the way down. Cam staying with it. Staying with it. Doesn't want to lead that triple. Can you get it a little closer like that?
It might still be there.
Just because of that little bit of room?
Yes.
8. Got it, Carl. Hard.
Come on.
Hard. Hard, Matt. Whoa. Hard, Matt. Hard.
Just that extra scratching, I think, stopped it.
Just that rattle room.
What? You hit this? This is coming up pretty high. It's because this one goes. Oh, no. Huh?
If you throw it hard, it definitely can go, yeah? What? The 2? I'm more worried about this going.
Oh, really? So I think that'll go.
Yeah, I agree.
I think you got to throw the hardest rock you've ever thrown. Throw it hard and you got to hit the stick. So try dead nut it, right?
Yeah, I think you're
you have to get it to here.
you're basically just trying to get by this. It's gonna have a lot of energy.
Oh, I think this goes. This rock's gonna have a tough
Keeping
time
an eye on the
getting out of
clock, too. They have 2 minutes. They've used
don't
both
see
their
anything
timeouts, Team
You
Canada.
throw it.
Good game. I don't see anything else. There's nothing else.
Is there a better turn to throw? Like, is it better to throw the out turn?
No, I think I can throw the in harder.
Okay.
Whatever one you can throw harder.
This one is the trouble rock, I think.
I think it's got a chance, Kev.
Okay, warm it up.
Yeah, outside one, I think. And I think it might.
Got Guju and the team from Newfoundland and Labrador still watching. They're coming off a win over Manitoba, 8-4 the final.
I throw the in. I think I can.
They're
throw it
worried about
harder.
getting the yellow to stay. What they're going to do is make sure they get this middle rock right here. And if they throw it really, really hard, it'll go. Even if the yellow thrown rock, the one that Kevin's throwing, even if it rolls out, you've got that back nibbler there, Vic. So the key is get that frozen one that John just threw.
Is there any chance that red stone almost corner frozen bounces back to catch the rock above it?
No, I don't think so.
Right.
So he's trying to split it right across, really thin.
Maybe one of the hardest
Yep.
rocks he's ever thrown. It's a track beat trying to come up. Come up. What do you got? Bang, bang, and no! It would not go.
I know.
And Ontario will get one more. And so, for the first time since 2015, Team Canada loses in their first. And look at this. Can you imagine? Make the final. 5-3. Ontario picks up the win. How intense this was. The intensity of last night. My goodness. People are going to be mush by the end of this.
The 2020 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by Sponge Towels. Nothing absorbs like it. The 2020 Tim Hortons Brier is brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada. By Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada. And by OK Tire and BKT Tires.
And the fourth final on this opening draw is a BC win, 6-4. Steve Leacock is a winner over Jamie Cooey. Reminder, we're back with you 7 p.m. Eastern time. And, oh goodness, what a game. This is just day one. Brad Jacobs against Brendan Botcher, the 13 champion, the Olympic gold medalist from Sochi, against Botcher. The last 2 years has been the Brier runner-up. John Epping is going to get a lot of support this week. Hometown Peterborough, of course. People from the Leaside Curling Club making the 3-hour or so drive to Kingston. Opening day of what we expect will be a wonderful Brier week here in Kingston. So till we talk with you again at 7 Eastern time, we'll have Northern Ontario against Alberta. We thank you for joining us. Yeah, it's all thumbs up, isn't it? Here on Canada's sports leader, TSN.